5 years ago, when the Teamsters at Golden, Colorado went on strike against the Coors Beer Brewery, they were fighting back against racism and sexism and anti-labor attitudes, and they were fighting back against the Coors family that was giving millions of dollars to every right-wing campaign you could think of. And it was then that visionary leaders of our movement like Harvey Milk and Morris Kite joined forces with the Teamsters, and we drove Coors Beer out of every gay bar in North America. Decades later, the Coors family, still a right-wing family, feels obliged to give money every year to queer youth programs and HIV/AIDS education. Now, why do you think they do that? It's because we got power. We've got the power of our voices and our arms, and we've got the power of our money and our wallets. And we are not going to spend that money in this hotel, and we are going to continue to spread the word of the hypocrisy of the Hyatt Corporation, which continues to do business with this man while marketing to our community. This is not just about Doug Manchester, though Papa Doug seems to be really quite a piece of work. This is about building an important coalition between the labor movement and the LGBT rights movement. We are in this for the long haul. We know we're not going to win our rights overnight, and we also understand that rights have never been willingly granted to minority communities unless they are willing to stand up and fight and demand the equal protection under the law that is guaranteed to all Americans. It is our Constitution. It is our Bill of Rights. It is our country, too. Now, I am profoundly disappointed with Bill Clinton, but I am not surprised. It was Bill Clinton who, in his first campaign for president, said to gay and lesbian Americans, "I have a vision of America, and it includes you." And then, even though we enjoyed peace and prosperity for 8 years under Bill Clinton, what did we get out of that? We got Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and we got the Defense of Marriage Act. Message to Papa Doug Manchester. We're here to send a message to the Hyatt Corporation, and we're here to send a message to all political leaders that gay people will no longer settle for compromises. We will no longer settle for fractions of equality. We demand full equal protection under the law in all areas governed by civil law in all 50 states of this great country, and we are tired of waiting for that. Now, we put this rally together on very short notice, and I'm very glad that as many of you have turned out as you have. I want you all to also get on your phones and get more people down here before we end at 1 o'clock. There's an organization in this state right now that's doing incredible work, and they were one of the first groups to step forward to help us. I was so pleased to be part of their kickoff for their Camp Courage, which is training LGBT youth to go out and do the hard work. And if you don't understand this by now, I hope you get the message. You're not going to win your rights by clicking a mouse. You're not going to win your rights by going to black tie dinners and buying TV ads. You're going to win your rights by going out and doing the hard work and coming out of the closet and marching door to door and saying to your friends and your neighbors and your coworkers, "I'm gay. Don't vote for these kinds of bills. You're hurting me. You're hurting my families." So I want now to introduce Rick Jacobs. He's the founder and the executive director of the Courage Campaign. We're so grateful for their support. Please welcome Rick Jacobs. Thank
you. Two things just happened. One was really good and one wasn't. And they all happened at the same time. The great thing is to be introduced by a legend and a hero, Cleve Jones. The terrible thing is to have to speak after Cleve Jones. Well, I'm going to try. Courage Campaign is over 600,000 strong in California and across the country. They're you and you and you, and a lot of people, obviously, who aren't here. And Cleve Jones, who truly is a visionary and truly understands political power, that political power doesn't come from sitting at home, it doesn't come from even going into the street with only one friend. Political power comes from understanding what other people think and need and how we all work together. Courage Campaign is about building a progressive, governable California. And how can a state be progressive? If we can use the Constitution to take the rights away from a majority. Think about that. Think about that. You could go out and 50% plus one of the people who vote, and not very many people vote, could take the rights away from this wonderful kid sitting right here because he has green thread on his sweater. Now, what's that all about? And all these people, all we all want to do is have the same rights as everybody else. And here comes Doug Manchester. And Doug Manchester says, here's $125,000 that you all probably gave me by staying in my hotel rooms so that I can take your rights away. No more. And then here comes Bill Clinton. And you know what I think of Bill Clinton? I think Bill Clinton's become Dollar Bill Clinton. I think he's Dollar Bill Clinton. That's what he is. That's what he is. We have a recession right now in this country. A dollar means a lot. I guess $100,000 means a whole lot. And I guess that maybe Bill Clinton's having trouble with the mortgage. So he decided that he would walk across our rights. He decided he would walk across our future to take money. To take money. That is not a legacy of a statesman. That's a legacy of a man who knows what he believes in, and here it is. Here's what I'd like to say this morning. We, at Cleve's request, and Unite Here, our great brothers in labor and our sisters in labor, put out an email on Friday afternoon and asked people to sign a pledge, a letter to Bill Clinton and say, please don't speak here. And the letter says this. The letter says, Dear President Clinton, we, the undersigned, ask you to do the right thing and reconsider your decision to speak at the Manchester Grand Hyatt in San Diego on February 15. Please respect the boycott that labor organizations and the LGBT community have been waging against the Manchester Hyatt since July 2008. Please stand up. Please stand up for workers and marriage equality in California and move your speech to a different location. Sincerely, it says here 27,948 members of the Courage Campaign. It's now nearly 29,000. We're going to go deliver these. This is what 29,000 people looks like, and we're going to go deliver these and see if the president will take these in addition to his $100,000. Say no to Bill Clinton, no to Bill Clinton, and no to discrimination. We're ending it now.